Hello, my name is Jessica. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today is actually September 1st, 2012. I'm going to try to get through this video. I should be able to. Um, I actually have good news in my transition. Something really came up and it affects me. Um, Everything that affects my past affects me. My parents, when they died, they affected me. When I move, when I make friends, everything. I actually, I know some people are gonna not, make any sense of this video. I might find it ridiculous. I actually, everybody knows I'm in New Mexico. My fiance, she's in Texas. She's taking care of the house. She's taking care of the dogs. And yesterday I lost my dog. Her name was Shadow. Shadow Chaser. She's a wolf hybrid. Um, eh, she's, my gosh. She's a Siberian Husky, Canadian Timberwolf, Highland Wolf, a little bit of Malamute and German Shepherd. She was a mix, but they call them wolf hybrids. Um, Very, very smart. Here's a picture of her here. Um, and it's kind of weird when you lose an animal, when you lose a pet. And she was more than just a pet to me. She was like a daughter. I spent many a frustrated, drunken nights. I mean, she's 10 years old. I had her darn close to 10 years now. Um, with other than a couple of separations, I'd get home and she'd be there wagging her tail. I don't know. I think I let her down. I thought I was going to make it through this video. I don't know. Um, I can't cry. I just put on makeup. Um, so anyway, I wanted to dedicate this video to her. Like I said, um, I have lots of good news in my transition. Um, and I was getting ready to go see her, see my fiance, see my dog. It was coming in September in a couple weeks. So I was at the store yesterday, and I love these things. It's got a whole bunch of little Sharpie things, and she likes those, I guess, when she squeaks, and she'll squeak if she do that. So I saw this yesterday in the store, and I was like, oh, I better buy it now. That way, when I go there, I can go out of the vehicle and, squeak it a couple times. I get home and I get a phone call. It's like Shadow got ran over. My sisters tried to calm me down. Tried to say that, she was with mom. I don't know. I feel like I let her down. I know I let myself down that she wasn't looking. When you have a dog for that many years, you're supposed to take care of it. So, anyway, I'll make another video in a couple of days. I wanted to dedicate this one to her. Like I said, I get home and I get in a drunken stupor. I knew I wasn't happy with myself or my life, and she was always there, you know, putting her chin on my shoulder and on my lap, and she didn't ask for much. All she asked for in return was a little bit of love, and I think if you could tell by watching this slideshow coming up, you know, it's funny because I had a wolf hybrid before, and I said I was never going to get one. This one was actually a gift from my mom to me to help, because I was really depressed. I had to put the other one to sleep because she was went to go on a walk, and her name was Free. Um, she was a coyote mix, not really a wolf, but she was born in Montana, and her name was Joy when she was born. I was the second owner. She was malnutrition, and kids would sit there and pull on her ears and say, you know, Joy, I'm sorry, I'm not calling you Joy. Besides, your life's been no joy, but you're free now. And she looked up at me, and I said, that's right, you're free. And she gave me a kiss, and that was her name. That's how she got her name, Freedom. And it was Shadow. When I got Shadow, I was like, well, you know, because the Native American Indians, even before I knew about two-spirited people, before, um, I always believed in their religion and believed in their beliefs. And the Sioux, a couple other tribes, they're all really good. And so I was trying to look up a name because I was always told, we don't make names. I asked them, one time I said, hey, my name is Mike. What's that translated in your tongue? And they laughed. And they said, we don't translate names. You earn your name. And at the time, this is remind you when I'm 17, 18, I'm not out. They named me Walking Eagle because I seemed smart for my age, but, kind of slow getting there. One night I got Shadow. I was thinking I was going to name her Blue Moon or something. But I was going to look for a translation in the Native American tongue for Blue Moon. So whatever that would be, some weird fancy name. So I was on Google, and I was spending a couple hours looking for Cherokee, Sioux, and I worked graveyards, mind you. And this was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was drunk. I was drinking. I was like, gosh, she got to get it. Oh, God, translate it. So I'm on Google, and I'm typing my name. Next thing you know, she's out there parking up a storm. I'm like, what the heck? So I get away from my computer, and I walk out, and I look. And I left the porch light on. And the porch light's way up here. She was looking down and chasing her shadow because the porch light was reflecting her shadow. And she was parking and chasing her own shadow from the porch light. And her name was Shadow Chaser ever since. So I called her Shadow. Anyway. Like I said, I wanted to make this video. I cried myself to sleep last night. I'm not mad at my fiance. It ain't her fault. I don't know what I feel right now. I'll get through this. It'll be alright. And maybe she is with my parents right now. Maybe I'll meet her in heaven. Maybe I'll be worthy enough. I don't know. All I know is I gotta do some shopping today. I gotta get my mind off things. I thought it was gonna be a good week. And it is. I know I always ramble, but I said my first dog, I had to put her to sleep because she was sitting there convulsing. I said, no, I'm not gonna put myself through this again. And I got a shadow, it was like 10 years ago. She's getting old now. And every time she'd jump on the bed, you could tell her hips were hurting her. And, because German Shepherds really have the bad hip thing. Um, I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. She was with me during a part of my life when it wasn't really about transition. I wasn't even. I was transitioning. We all transition, whether we admit it or not. Every day in life's a transition. But from where I was then, drinking, drunk, and um, I'd work in the oil field still, and I was stupid. I'd get maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep a day. I was living with my parents. I was, in their backyard in a separate little bungalow type thing. And so a lot's happened, a lot's changed since then. And I guess for whatever reason, the Creator, God, whatever you want to say, just decided that she was no longer needed in this part of my journey. Gosh darn it, I need her. This ain't the hormones. I haven't even taken mine this morning yet. I need to do that. I gotta stop. I know I can't beat myself over. Let's stick over this. It's all good. She's in better places, and I know that. Just wish I could have been there. So I'm taking a break from my normal videos. I'll make a video in a couple days. This one's dedicated to Shadow. And if you're out there, if you're looking down, if you're tapping into YouTube, I love you. Tab. I'm sorry. Until we meet in heaven.